Tell me a tattoo story, Vyvyn.
Oh, no.
Anything, about anything, how you started, something that happened yesterday, anything you want.
Anything I want? Well, no. I'm not very good at telling stories. Because I know some funny ones, but when I try to tell them, they don't come out funny.
Oh, good. Well, tell us about your new shop.
Oh, I love my new shop. It's pretty big and has 15-foot ceiling. No, really 20-foot ceiling. I don't know.
Yeah.
Huge picture windows.
But this is across the street from where you were for a long time.
Yes.
How long were you there?
I moved 3 times inside the Pike Place Market.
Yeah.
And now this is my 4th move in my biggest shop. So I kind of had to move because they were redoing the infrastructure at the market, like the plumbing and wiring and building. And so I moved into this place because it was empty, and so now I have a big shop. Now I'm looking for a new crew.
But you've been in Portland, I mean in Seattle a long time. You started with Danny Danzel, right?
Yeah, my mentor, my teacher was Danny Danzel.
How did you get a job with him?
Well, at that time there weren't any tattoo shops around. That was the early 70s. So I found out he had opened a shop, and I ran down and I met him. And I asked him if I could be his helper-outer. That's how I started.
A whatter? A helper-outer?
Helper-outer.
Yeah.
Girl Friday. You know, run errands. And so when I first was with him, we didn't even have a telephone. That was the olden days. No telephone. And Danny had a laryngectomy, so he would use one of those voice box things. And after being in the shop for a couple months, we decided to get a telephone. And then after a few months after that, I told him that he should get an autoclave. Scary, yeah. So we got an autoclave, and then a few months after that, well, all along I've been drawing and doing watercolor, flash and stuff to put on the walls. And so he thought it was a great idea if I began to learn. So I did my first tattoo right here on my thigh of a little crescent moon and a star. And then I would tattoo my friends off hours and stuff like that. So it's basically how I started.
How many years have you been doing it now?
37.
37.
That was in the olden days when we used to use acetate stencils, the plastic, and we'd take a stylus with a point and etch into the plastic, and then pour some like charcoal over it so it made an imprint, and then we would wash the skin down and put a thin coat of Vaseline on it, and then push that template onto the skin so we would have like a basic line work. I did that for many years, and then in the late 70s I found out about rice paper stencils from Ed Hardy. Yeah. So that was like a whole new breakthrough.
Yeah.
And then I started using rice paper stencils, so that just because it would stay on a lot easier. And thermofax machines that we have now, I don't think we got. I didn't even get one of those until I think the mid '80s, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's really come on.
Tell me about your wonderful little puppet here.
Well, I wish my boyfriend Tim was here because he's the one that made this for me.
Yeah.
And it has the kids that work for me now in the tattoo shop did all the painting of the tattoos.
Yeah.
On her. Anyway, my ex-boyfriend made it and he gave it to me for my birthday. So you two can have your own marionette.
I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
I need a marionette of me. Something that will be able to bend over and move. But it's got all of your tattoos.
You need more tattoos. More. You need the right tattoos.
Oh, great. Good seeing you, honey. We love you.